So welcome everybody. We are in session 1 of our online software quality assurance program. The program has 40 sessions. We meet 3 times a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. That same time, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so California time. And the first 3 sessions are given to you to realize if you are capable and willing to participate in the class. So there are trial sessions, so no charge, nothing. You just participate. And your goal, in my mind, is to figure out if you can do it. Means it is not just coming to the webinar 3 times a week. It is also doing the homework in between webinars, and I think ideally 3-4 hours of time, preparation time, should be given to each and every webinar. So let's say if we think about 1 week, preparation plus webinars might easily take 20 hours altogether. So you have to make sure you can make it. And there are going to be no miracles here. Means the results look miraculous to people from outside, but if you are inside, what happens, it's all about hard work, it's about smart work, and it's about commitment, and then things miraculously start working for you. If there is no commitment, if there is no hard work, if there is not enough time invested into the homework and other things, and then there are going to be no miracles. Unfortunately, just miracles do not work that way. One more thing I want to tell you at the very beginning of the class. We have classes on campus, and that is how we traditionally have been operating. We started teaching online exactly 6 years ago. It was early days of May 11th, I believe, of 2011, May 9, that kind, first decade of May, 6 years ago, and you are class number 25 in that online kind of sequence of things. The online program is targeting job market niches outside of Silicon Valley. If you are in Silicon Valley, we do not support you in your job search kind of endeavor if you take the online class. So actually we are telling you we do not accept people to the online class if they are local to Silicon Valley. Local includes the territory from San Francisco to San Jose, to Fremont and Walnut Creek. It does not include Sacramento if you are from Sacramento, but then the question is, if you are in Sacramento but your job market kind of area is still the Silicon Valley, you're going to be in trouble here because you will compete with people who are better trained, I would say, because on campus we have more hours, we have internships, everybody goes to an internship. So if you want to compete in Silicon Valley, so you are supposed to take the online class, the on-campus class program. So if you are outside of Silicon Valley job market, so then you are welcome, and that is the target audience of our class. Okay, so and again, you might be in New Jersey right now, but then you move to Silicon Valley in 3 months and you want our help in looking for a job here. Guys, we cannot do it. It's a condition. It is a condition. If you are planning to look for a job in Silicon Valley, you should not be in the online class. Or you can take the online class and then you can switch to the on-campus program, and yeah, that is doable. So and whatever you pay for online class will be counted toward the tuition paid on campus. Okay, I understand it's kind of clear. So we do not want onliners and on-campusers, okay, to compete specific market niche. As I said, your class is number 25 in online kind of line of business, and we are reinventing, kind of changing, modifying the class, and the way I do it. So first of all, we reviewed what we cover in the class, and we will spend more time practicing with bug reports and test cases, because in my mind it is something we have to do better. We have one session on test automation, which will position you properly on test automation, which will help you to answer most of the interview questions related to test automation. So we will cover that, introduction to automated testing, session number 10. And week by week, I will be doing more and more pre-recorded webinars for the remaining sessions. So far, I have that session 1 pre-recorded webinar, which hopefully many of you did watch to prepare to that session. Then for the session number 2, that is your homework for session number 2. I did another one. It says watch session 2 pre-recorded webinar. That is also new. And maybe over the weekend I will do the pre-recorded webinar for session 3. So 3 sessions are given to you to make your mind. I can tell you statistically that about 30% of you will decide not to go for the entire class at that specific a moment. That is what statistically happens. So if we see, let's say, 40, 60 people, now let me look at that group. If we, 260, so then maybe 1/3 of that, maybe 70, well, maybe more than that, maybe 80 people, maybe 90 people will not join eventually. And let me see if we have questions. Normally I look at that window, the Skype window. So if you have questions, you can communicate to me in Skype, unless I will turn on your microphones, because your microphones are naturally turned off when we start. Tell me please about what he is. No, come on. That group, guys, that group, when we teach the class, cannot be used for unrelated communications. Okay? We do not communicate. If her audio doesn't work, so she has to work on her audio. You can help her to change her settings, but you do not really publish notes on what I'm saying here. So whoever is not able to participate right now, okay, will be able to watch the recorded webinar. Okay. So your input on things we include in the renewed, updated version of the course. So your input is very welcome. So we want to see what you want to add, or maybe what you consider to be redundant, or guys, any input is very welcome. We will start with a small exercise, which I hope you will like it. Let me go to Dice. Dice is one of the, let's say, 3-4 major job search engines, very much IT related service. I go to advanced search. I go to job title, let's say QA. Some people, okay, let me do things, I call it loser's way. So that is how losers who tell you no jobs, that is what they do. They say SQA engineer, okay, engineer, and then area code. Let's take a look at, God knows, Silicon Valley, okay, 94040. That is a mountain view across the street here. Very central part of Silicon Valley, and I will say, give me jobs posted within 7 days, 30 items per page, which is fine. Okay, let's see, find tech jobs. It is not going to produce much, I can tell you right away, just 16s. So if I remove the word engineer, it might be better. A little bit better, maybe 10-15%. Let's take a look. 16s become 17s, a little bit better. If I remove S, it's going to be much, much better. It's 114. Good. But besides QA, let me make it lowercase. QA, there is another valuable keyword. Let's say test. QA or test, whatever. Give me either one. And 114 becomes 222. So test, the word test is no less valuable than the word QA. Or maybe tester. So what do we have with tester? 222 becomes 256, not bad. Or testing. Or testing. 271, well, cool. Or we can still do SQA. Yeah, we can still do it. What do we have? 288. Let me make it lowercase since we do it. SQA. And then one more keyword which I consider helpful, and that one is quality. Quality. Then we've got 317 positions within, it was 7 days, yeah? It was 7 days. Now, let me give you the link. Okay, I will send that link to the Skype, to your group, and to extra groups. Okay, whoever participates will get the link. Okay, and then which one? Aha, that one. So then what you do, guys, when you get that link, all you do, you just change the zip code, whatever your zip code is about. Let's say, I don't know, instead of zip code, I can say, let's say Miami. Okay, let's go to Miami, Florida. Miami. What's wrong with Florida? Okay, Florida. Miami, Florida. So it is not going to be 317. It is going to be what? Just 24. Just 24. Guys, look at how many out of 24 belong to today. So out of 7 days, how many out of 24 were posted today? I will sort by date. And we have 6 p.m. in California, which is 9 p.m. in Florida. Let's take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is 10. Guys, that is 10. Keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 16. Okay, I don't want to go 1 day back. Just today, 16 out of 24 were posted today, which means it's like swimming pool, you know, with 2 pipes, incoming water and outgoing water. So the current state of water is 24, okay, units. But today we've got forgotten 16 units coming, and 16 units may be going, or I don't know what's the number. But if you think about every day, okay, every day, 16, 15, maybe 12 jobs coming to the job market. So what are we looking at right now? So it might be 100 positions. It doesn't mean you can apply to all the 100 positions. You might apply to 50. We will talk about how to apply. We will talk about how you do make the decision. So should I apply, or I shouldn't apply, and so on. I mean, we will talk a lot about the job market. My point here is to show you how to find jobs. Okay, so you do not join people who cannot find anything and who are always crying because something is not happening around them. But I want you to join people who find the solutions, find the answers to the questions. So maybe while I'm doing that, you are already researching your area. I don't know. You will have plenty of time to do that, believe me. But just wanted to give you the good news. Let me see where you are. Not working. Oh, audio not working. Okay. So guys, if you did look at your area, or just tell me. Let's say if it is cool, say cool. I mean, no. Cool. Okay. Some people say cool. Lots of smaller markets are amazing. I would say everybody thinks that we've got lots of jobs in Silicon Valley, but if you compare, let's say, New York City and surrounding areas, if you look at Boston, if you look at Chicago, you will be amazed. Los Angeles, you will be amazed how close it is to the Silicon Valley. And I would say congratulations, because wherever you are, the demand-supply ratio in your area is better or much better compared to Silicon Valley. So you might not have that many jobs, but you have maybe 10 times, 20 times, 50 times fewer people applying for those jobs. So let's say you have 3 times less job and 25 times less people. LA, yeah, LA is a very, very solid market, a very good one. So, guys, Sacramento, yeah, there are very, very tiny markets like Sacramento or Miami or Tampa in Florida or, God knows, Portland, Oregon. So they are small, 15, 20 jobs, if you search for a week. But still, no people applied. So my goal with that one was you can do it yourself. You can research, because to justify your participation or non-participation in the course, okay, you should have an idea of how your market looks like. I mean, the local market where you're gonna look for a job. Austin is cool. Yeah, I would say in Texas, pretty much all the big cities are cool, not just Austin. So I mean everything is. So maybe 3-4 areas like Dallas, for example, or Houston. So they are also very good. Now, yeah, Boston is good. So guys, let's move. Let's move. So we just talked about some important issues, but now we are moving to the quiz, which you did, because we have to discuss. Guys, stop reporting, okay? Guys, stop reporting. Just enjoy it for yourself. So you can discuss it in the chat if you wish. Okay, good. Let me move to the feature presentation today. So we go to the session 1. And session 1, each and every session begins with the homework first. It's a homework first. Then I will go over, and the result, the recorded session, the recorded today's session, will be here. It will replace that one of January 3rd. Okay, instead of January 3rd, right there will be April 20th. Today's session will be right here. So what do we do today? You did as a part of your homework, you studied the interview questions and answers, and you completed, some of you completed the survey, and you were supposed to watch the James Beck video before we go to the quiz. Guys, if you did watch the James Beck video, is it cool? I mean, is it really good? Something which is life-changing, something which kind of eye-opening thing. Yes or no? Yeah, he is my favorite guy, who talks about software testing. I like him so much. Yeah, He is smart, he's cynical, which is good. No bullshit, just psych. Okay. Yeah, he's very cool. First 30-minute call. It doesn't hurt if you spend one more hour and watch it to the very end. So I'm trying to bring useful stuff to your attention. So he is amazing. He is amazing. Actually, James and myself. So we have more views on YouTube than anybody else talking about software testing. I'm not sure who gets more, him or myself. I used to have more, but maybe he is getting more views faster than me. Okay, now going back. Survey. I have it open on my screen. Let me refresh. So 138 people did the survey, and let me tell you something about this stuff. We have 234 people in the class right now. So I would say for 234 people in a class, I would rather see at least 200 people participating in the quiz. I understand it's the very first one, so some people maybe didn't have time, maybe they misunderstood the homework, but we're going to do lots of quizzes here, and each and every quiz helps you to become more marketable. It moves you closer to getting a job. So if you ignore participation in this stuff, if you sabotage that thing, so guys, you are not getting closer to the goal. I mean, if you do have that goal, and we talked about commitment. So guys, that is a commitment thing. If you have a commitment, you will do it, and you will do it in the right way, not in kind of I don't know, shortcutting, to the completion. No shortcuts. So let's go there. Let's go and see what we've got. So the first question is kind of philosophical, but it is a common interview question. It might be asked exactly like that. It might be asked maybe slightly differently, but it is still the very important question. So what makes software career attractive to you? So how motivated you are? Are you in the right field? Okay. Are you the right person? That is the whole thing. So you might know a lot, but if you are not the right person, nobody would consider you seriously. So what makes software career attractive to you? We have 4 answers here. Number 1 is with 66%. Okay. I enjoy working in high-tech environment. That is a good one. It's a good one. So you just like it, just the way you are. So you don't need any explanation, just the way I am. Okay, it allows me to make more money. We avoid talking about money. So money is a part to the deal. I mean, nobody says, I want to do that job, and if you pay me 50% of average, I agree. No. I mean, money is there. But money is not what makes you happy doing that job. Money is not what makes you motivated doing that job. A couple of years ago, there was a survey published on CNN about what motivates people in the United States. Money was number 5. So first, it was family thing. I'm not sure about the specific order, but it was family, it was health, it was, I don't know. But, well, so money was number 5. Okay, we don't mention money. QA jobs are safer than my job in current profession. I don't know if you are working, somewhere in dynamite factory, maybe. Job safety in today's world does not come from specifically profession or specifically employer, but it comes from you having marketable skills. So you are the major source of job safety. So if you are good at what you are doing, you always have a job. So your job security is in your hands. It employs my natural talent and passion for perfection. Good. At least make sure when they ask you, so you have the answer. Keep going. Define negative testing. So we give you 4 answers, and everybody, except 96% of you are saying negative testing is aimed at showing that software handles properly situations in which user acts not as user is supposed to act. Okay, let me ask you guys. I will show you an interface. Okay. There is some service. You will use it. Those of you who stay with us will use that specific web page to go to the self-paced classes we have for you. Now, we have that login and password interface in the left corner. What would be in the negative test here? What would be negative? We go back to the definition. It says, handles properly situations in which user acts not as user is supposed to act. Give me an example. What user can do so we qualify that as as negative? Wrong password. Nothing, so you keep it empty, okay. Input phone number in login area. Okay. Incorrect login or password. Okay. SQL. I mean, lots of nice things. Okay. Some people will tell you that whatever is different from valid login and valid password combination is negative. Some people will say, wait a second, the system is supposed to handle that invalid combination. So let's say valid login and invalid password. The system is supposed to reject it. It's a major feature. It doesn't let you in. So it is supposed to do it. So some people might argue that it's a positive. Guys, look how different, how diverse that world is. So it makes sense one way, it makes sense another way. Okay. But we will talk a lot about that specific login and password thing. Okay. Where is my quiz here? Yes. But you understand, the system is being developed to handle certain actions on user side. But what if user doesn't do it exactly the way we want him to do it? Okay, and the system should do it nicely. The system should provide a nice error message, or the system should definitely, it should not crash or go wild, or kind of put user in a kind of confusing situation and so on. So what is software testing? Process of analyzing the software in order to detect the differences between existing and required conditions and to evaluate the features of the software. So guys, we give you 2 sources of information, and one source is where is that? Okay, it was here. It was linked. From here, from session 1. So we give you the questions and answers. What is testing? What is software testing? Software testing is a process of analyzing the software in order to detect the differences between existing and required conditions and to evaluate the features of the software. So that one is exactly the copy-paste, looks like the copy-paste of what I see here. And again, guys, let me tell you, it does not matter if you ignore the quiz completely, or you just do it in such a way which is no different from ignoring. So when I was recording the pre-recorded session, and I talked about how the answers should be given. So you understand, you memorize you complete that quiz out of your own mind. You do not copy paste anything. If you produce that stuff just because you are so good at memorizing things, it's fine. It's fine. Which is kind of rare, because if I see 25 like those, so maybe one memorized and 24 just copy pasted. Copy pasting answers to the quiz window is a total sabotage of your responsibilities, okay? And we don't want to see that anymore. We expect you to memorize the answers. You can rephrase. It is 10 times more important that you understand what it says rather than memorize. But again, it should be coming out of your own mind, not technically copy-pasting. When you come to an interview, there is no way you can copy or paste. Yeah? Either you fail or pass. So that is the way to fail. Detection, the differences between existing software and software described in the requirement. Okay, so finding differences. Okay. Testing aimed at making software as close to requirements as possible. Well, process that looks for bugs and eliminates them. Well, first of all, testing does not eliminate bugs. So testing reports bugs to developers. Now, testing is not looking for bugs. That is a very important thing. Testing is looking at requirements being properly implemented. If requirements are not properly implemented, then we call it a bug and we write a report, so it's fixed. The overall purpose of testing is not finding bugs. It's about making sure that software is up to the requirements. Okay? Software testing is a process in analyzing software to find the difference between existing and required conditions of the software. Okay. So let's move to the next one. What is software quality? Okay, there are two perspectives to that question. Good. So one perspective is a kind of consumer perspective, and another perspective is professional. Since we are software QA professionals, we recognize and we respect the consumer perspective, but we have our own perspective as well. So two perspectives. One perspective is subjective, consumer perspective, which is about software quality being, okay, it's about customer satisfaction, yes. People like it or people don't like it, God knows why it happens, it's subjective. But that is consumer perspective. The other perspective, which we should exercise as professional software quality people, is comparing actual software to requirements or expected software. Okay, I told you that we have one resource of good answers. So, and then there is another one, which is okay, the school forum. You go to forum at forum.portnow.com. You scroll down a little bit, and you see that software QA testing interview questions. We have maybe 20 questions here, 21. Out of 60 most frequently asked interview questions, we go for 21 in that specific location, and those 21 are elaborated to the greater level of detail. So what was the question? Let me see. Software quality. Okay, do we have software quality? Ad hoc, performance, negative. Yeah, what is software quality? Look at that. Why we elaborate them a little bit here? Because we want you to beat the competition. When you go for certification test, for example, you might see 20 people in a classroom taking certification test, and then all 20 are certified at the end of the test. If you go to an interview and 20 people are being interviewed, maybe there are just 5 positions, maybe 6, even 10. But the whole idea of that is competitiveness. Now, you have to compete, you have to beat the competition. That is why we are saying, let's come with the answer which is better than the competition. So, what is software quality? we are saying from the consumer perspective, it's about customer satisfaction, which is subjective matter. From QA perspective, it's about software being up to requirements. Software being 100% up to requirements does not make product popular or selling well. See what happens? It might be perfectly done in terms of implementation of requirements, but people still don't buy it and don't like it, and it still gets negative reviews and so on. So it doesn't mean it is a successful product on the market, because the requirements are important. I mean, implementation is important, but what are the requirements which are perfectly implemented? My example to that will be, let's say, Facebook. When Facebook came, we did have similar applications already. I'm trying to figure out which ones. A couple of those, Friendster and MySpace. So we did have it. And then Facebook comes, and Facebook is not tested with that level of precision, compared to existing products. But then Facebook kills them all, not because of better quality of testing, but because of better concept, better requirements. Okay? So inside the software company, there are people, there are roles who will see software from quality, from consumer perspective, not QA perspective. So if you talk to president of the company, if you talk to people in sales, public relations, marketing, support, to them it is all about people who pay the money and who like the software, who refer friends and so on, other people. So we have two resources here. Again, the one with something to kind of get the overall idea, and then another one where we go for more details so you can provide with better answers. Guys, that is where you have to be. That is where you check each and every question. You go to that place and you see, okay, is there any explanation here? That is the level at which you have to be when you talk to others. Okay, that is. I hope you kind of you understand what we are talking about. By the way, so guys, so far, are we okay? Is it clear what I'm saying? I mean, I'm trying to make it as simple as possible, but okay. To me, software testing is a very logical thing. And sometimes people ask, what does it take to be a good tester? What is the major quality of a good tester? It is not programming. It is not a computer science degree. It is not attention to detail. I mean, everything is important. But the key quality of a good tester is common sense. If you have common sense, guys, you can learn other things. You can be a good tester. Whatever is missing, so you can learn it. If you do not have common sense, you cannot be a tester. And, well, we can say that common sense is not very common in today's world, but so still lots of people are having common sense. And I would say probably most of you do have common sense, since we are talking and you are listening and we are in that virtual classroom. So probably you do have some common sense for sure. From my perspective. Okay, keep going. What is quality? What is software quality assurance? So when we talk about software quality assurance and when we talk about software testing, we have to understand that some people are confusing quality assurance with testing, software testing. Partially, it comes because of the job market. When you go to the job market, there is no difference. I mean, they might say software QA engineer. They might say software test engineer. They might say software development engineer in test, software QA analyst. God knows how many ways they found to point to exact same person. Definitely, when people put this version of that version of the profession, they might have some differences in mind. But what I'm saying, when you go to the job market, it confuses because they definitely pay no attention to the name. But since we are learning the subject, so we are saying that software quality assurance looks at the process of creating software. Not just software, quality assurance in car manufacturing, quality assurance in pharmaceutical manufacturing. So really, they improve the process so the final product is good. Same story in software quality assurance. Software quality assurance is about looking at the entire process and making sure it is resulting in good product. Software testing is different. Software testing looks at the code. If there is no code, we cannot test it. Software quality assurance does not need the code. Software quality assurance starts from the day one. It starts with requirements. We can find problems in requirements. We can find problems in design if we are capable of doing that. Yeah, and it will contribute a lot to the quality of the final product. Okay. Software quality assurance looks at the entire process of creating software. Yes, that is the object. The object of software quality assurance is the entire process of creating software. The object of testing is the source code. Okay, and software testing starts with the source code. Software quality assurance starts with from the day one with requirements. So that is the difference. Black and white box testing. Yeah, so black box testing is done from user perspective, and white box testing is done from developer's perspective. And the developer, during the day, developer changes his roles. So when developer develops a piece of code, so he's a developer, so he's developing the code. Then he runs the application, and he is making sure the code is working from the user perspective. So he is a black box tester at that point. Then he runs into the problem as a user, switches sides, and looks at the problem in the software code, whatever, Java, C++, whatever language. And at that moment, he is doing white box testing. So exact same person, and his title is developer, does development, does black box testing, does white box testing. Okay, so they are different activities. They are not professions. They are activities. Okay, and white box and black box testing, they are still parts of same profession, which is software testing, software quality assurance, and so on. Okay. Define software development lifecycle. In your list of things here, what is the software development lifecycle? So we are saying it is a conceptual model used in project management that describes the stages involved in information system development project. So what happens, it's very convenient to have stages. Then you can have management saying, okay, here is the timeline, here is the budget, here are the deliverables, and so now they can manage the project. So software development lifecycle is a conceptual model used in project management. And some people, that is a common mistake. They are saying, oh, software development lifecycle is, and they start talking about stages. Requirement analysis, requirements, development, design, development, and so on. Software development lifecycle is not stages. It's a conceptual model used in project management. They need stages, but stages do not define software development lifecycle. Moreover, the set of stages changes. It differs from project to project. If we go to, let's say, we go to Google and I search, let's search for SDLC, Software Development Lifecycle. Look at that. We've got many, images. We've got many pages, pictures here. So let's say that one is very simple. Look, it has planning, defining, designing, building means coding, testing and deployment. Okay, that is one. It's fine. That one, look at that one. That, oh no, let's make it big. Okay, that one, where is it? Okay, that one from Wikipedia. It says initiation, system concept development. It's a big company, guys. Planning, requirements. Now we have requirements, design, development, integration and test, implementation. When they say implementation, they mean, let's say it's a bank. They have to install it, they have to train people, and so implement it. Then operation and maintenance, and then dispositions. Some systems, guys, some systems require very substantial, significant effort just to get rid of them, to be disposed. So that is another software development life cycle. See what I mean? So look at how many of those are here. So if you try to define software development life cycle through stages, you're going to fail. I mean, you are lucky if you do not fail, but it is not the right way of doing things. Okay, good. What is use case? Guys, what do we tell you about use case? We tell you that use case is a format for specifying system requirements. So use cases are used by business analysts as a format for specifying system requirements. Just a format. So, and use case is a story of how user is dealing with the system, okay, to achieve specific task. Let's say if you work for Wells Fargo Bank or whatever, Bank of America, okay, and you look at the bank teller creating bank account, checking accounts, and teller asks you questions. Why? Because system asks him questions, and depends on your answers, so it will branch differently. And imagine that based on your answers, we might potentially, hypothetically, create 25 different configurations of your checking account. It means we've got 25 use cases. Okay? And when the system is more or less ready, and you do system level testing, there is a sub kind of type of system testing called end-to-end testing. You take that use case, if you are lucky to have one, and then you act as that user, okay? And you will be doing the perfect end-to-end testing. Okay, so you look at the requirement. So the use case is a requirement, basically. It's a business requirement. It's a format for business requirements. Good. Okay, keep going. Keep going. What is the difference between software testing and software quality assurance? You remember? I mentioned that, but now we have that exact question. So it says SQA is preventative in nature. Quality assurance is preventative because if we do it, so then it will bring down the risk of having problems. But it is not the definition, okay, of that. It's a property of that. So the major difference is the object. Software quality assurance looks at the entire process. Software testing looks at the code. So that is the major difference. Because software quality assurance looks at the process, it is preventative by nature. And software testing, because it looks at the code, is reactive. So the problem happens, then we react to that problem. Okay, that one. Software quality assurance looks at the entire process, and software testing looks at the source code. Yeah, that is kind of nice. Especially if you can do it yourself, not just copy paste and so on. Testing is mainly bug finding. QA is process improvement. QA is about process improvement. Testing is not about bug finding. We have something about that here. What is software testing? Look at that. What is software testing? There is a second bullet here. It says, the purpose of testing is verification, validation, and error detection. We have three. Verification is just making sure the requirements are implemented. Validation is about making sure that the requirements are benefiting the customer. The deeper you get into functionality of your application, the more you start criticizing the requirements. You say, wait a second, it's not right. So that is validation. Verification is looking at the source code and comparing it to requirements. Validation is reflecting to requirements. Are they good? And then error detection, to me, okay, in my words, error detection is a sub-product of verification. You do not find bugs because you are looking for bugs. You find bugs because you verify implementation of requirements. That is how it works. And in that process, you run into software bugs. And look, it explains what software bugs here. Look at that. It says, software bug is a mismatch between actual behavior of a software application and its intended behavior. Mismatch. So you are making sure that requirements are implemented and you run into mismatches because actual behavior is not as intended behavior is, and that is the bug. So my point here is testing is not mainly bug finding process. Lots of people say that. They are not the people we have to kind of learn from, okay, if you ask me. So it is a sub-product of verification. Testing, it is a manually. Testing is not about manual. Testing has nothing to do with manual. It could be manual, it could be automated, it could be done by software developers. You might develop certain programs which will test certain things, exercise, and so on. It is not manual at all. Do not say that testing is manually finding errors. You might find errors automatically, no problem with that. Okay. Software testing is a part of software quality assurance. Not everybody would agree with that. Some people say that software testing is a kind of it lives its own life. It's not a part of software quality assurance. Some people will tell you it is a part of software quality assurance. There is a discussion, so there is no clear how to say, unanimous kind of answer. And you will learn, guys, the more you stay in the field, so the more you will find out that there is no single issue where most of the people agree, okay? Which is good, which is nice. And again, the difference between software testing and quality assurance is not in software testing being a part. Let's say we consider it to be a part. But it doesn't explain anything. Okay, so software QA includes, but what is the difference? Why this one includes that one, not vice versa? So we still need to provide some answers which we teach you to provide, not something you, how to say, you intuitively maybe feel, or maybe you just Google. Guys, 95% of what you can Google is a total garbage. Total, complete garbage. So to Google means, to Google with the purpose of learning, you have to be very knowledgeable. You have to separate garbage from valuable information. It doesn't come to you naturally, okay? You have to be prepared to extracting valuable information from Google, okay? Most of the pages are created by people who have a computer and a keyboard and don't know how to keep themselves busy. Okay, so be careful with Google. Be careful with Wikipedia, guys. You can find on Wikipedia things which are a complete disaster. It is better now. I mean, 5, 6, 7 years ago, whatever Wikipedia was saying on software testing was a disaster. And then it started to improve. Okay. Regression testing. Okay. partial retesting of modified program. Yeah, that is another copy-paste. I don't want to look at that. No errors, no new errors were introduced while making changes to the code. Partial retesting. Okay, guys, let's take a look at what we have on that in our elaborated answers. Where is regression here? Oh, regression testing. Let's take a look. So we are saying partial retesting. That is an official definition, okay, which we give. So partial retesting of a modified program to make sure that no new errors were introduced while making changes to the code. Lots of people are starting to explain which exactly changes to the code, and that is a problem. It doesn't matter which changes. The only thing which is important is the changes were made. The code was modified. When we modify the code, we are likely to break something. That's it. So now, then we have some bullets. It should be done for each new release or build. Okay, in different companies they use different terms. We will talk about it later on. We do not have enough time to retest software completely. In the ideal world, guys, we would retest everything completely, 100%. But we just do not have time. And that is why it's partial. It is not partial because that is the idea of regression. No, it is partial because we just do not have enough time for complete retesting. And then some risk analysis should be applied because we have to decide which part to test, how deep to test, how much time we should spend on that. So that is where risk analysis kicks in. You might naturally do it without even understanding that what you are doing is a risk analysis. You just do it. It is second to release acceptance, most frequently executed test. When a release or build is being compiled, the compilation process might be buggy. So, and what is compiled is not good enough to be given to QA. Okay, we just have to do another one. And the first test, which is applied to the new build, is it good enough to be tested? So it's called release acceptance or build acceptance. If it passes, it goes to QA, and QA does regression. QA says, okay, do we have anything broken out of what used to work last time? So that is the philosophy here. That is why it says second to release acceptance, most frequently executed test. Some tests will not pass the release acceptance, so they will not go for regression. That is why. And because regression test is a frequently executed test, it is a very good candidate for automation. So we spend time and then we execute the test a lot. So we save kind of more and more resources when we automate regression test. Now, here it also says avoid. Guys, there are specific things to avoid which are common mistakes made by students, graduates, whoever, whatever. Don't say regression testing is done after fixing a bug. I mean, fixing a bug is the way to modify the code, but you do not want to narrow down the scope of modifications done to the code. Another one says after new feature was added. Listen, it is another way to narrow down the scope of things which result in regression testing. Making sure the bug was fixed. Some people, some books, God knows, some people say, yeah, regression is both. Making sure nothing got broken and making sure that bugs are fixed. For bugs being fixed, there is another terminology which is not confusing. So we are verifying fixed bugs, for example. So nobody wants to create confusion. I mean, some people naturally create confusion because that is the way they are. So they make simple things complicated. We are in opposite kind of motion. So we are making complicated things simple. So we are not saying that regression is about making sure the bug was fixed. If you get a job, and that is how they call it, it's fine. You are perfectly fine. But since we are learning things, so we have to know that. We are like driving school, driving licensing school. So we teach you by the book. And then it might be mountain road, it might be icy road, it might be desert road, it might be, I don't know, all kind of big city road or small village road. And then definitely you will drive differently based on the circumstances. But the licensing rules are the same. So that is why we are teaching you the rules of the game. There is a big difference between violating the traffic rules because you have no idea of the rules, or because you just decided to do it this way, but you still know the rules. So guys, we have to know the rules. It is not about manual or automated testing, because some people say regression testing is a manual testing. No, it is not. Regression testing is about intent. We do it to find if anything got broken. Manual, automated is irrelevant. Regression testing, it's a manual black box testing, white box testing. It is irrelevant. It's about the purpose. Black box or white box is how you do it. But regression is about why you do that. Okay? So we kind of covered the today's quiz. Yeah, am I right? So 138, let me refresh the window. Still 139. Okay, so nobody completed the quiz while I was talking. Good. Let me go back to the class page. Guys, after session number 3, I will give you another one where we have all 40 sessions. Okay, so we are looking at that page just for the 3 sessions. What you do next for the session number 2, which will happen Monday. Monday, let me look at the calendar. It's Monday. What is that? 24. Okay, Monday, April 24. You watch the pre-recorded webinar, and you familiarize yourself with all the links here and things. We discuss it in the pre-recorded webinar. You repeat the interview questions and answers we discussed, and you take another survey on that, another survey. So, and I hope you're going to be doing better. Then you watch some motivational videos. I like it, so we'll give you some push. You create an account at UTest, and we have guidelines. There's some discussion on the school forum how to do it better. So UTest is the application. Actually, it's a crowdsourcing software testing service. They pay you per bug report. So you find the bugs, they give you $5, $10, $25, depends. And you will get tremendous experience in testing. Lots of you might be completing 15, 20, 25 projects before you finish that class. So go to the guidelines and learn how to do it. Well, then it is a requirement. Actually, we want you to be there, guys. It will dramatically contribute to your success on the job market. It is not something minor. You register at the school forum, and I will give you the key. It says, "Why are you here?" It says, "Why are you here?" And the only answer the system will accept is this. Okay, we are just protecting us from spammers. Okay, So guys, I hope, yes, that is the answer you provide, okay? And then it registers you. And then you will do, you will work with that web page, which is test assignment given by this company called Tolle. Now Tolle is a part of Oracle. So you come to an interview and they give you that page and they say, okay, any bugs you can find. Okay, so that is a part of your homework. And what you do before the GUI test will actually prepare you to do that GUI test assignment. Okay, and as far as I remember, it should give you access to the backtracking system and so on. So you will see. So I will see you. I will talk to you. I'm sorry. Monday next week. Number one. Number two. In your group, there is a person called Christina. Okay, Christina is our employee, and she's answering your questions. So you will find her in Skype. Let me see. Where is she here? I'll find her. Okay. She is in a different time zone. So, yes, Christina Dzuba. Okay, that one. Christina Dzuba. So she is my assistant, and she will be answering your questions. Plus, since we are not spamming in that group window, so there is another one called online chat, 420 whatever online chat, and that is also where you can ask questions and get answers and whatever. Some people are, yeah, we have 147 people there. It's fine. So if you have some questions like you want to discuss with other people in the group, so you do that in the chat. And here is the, let me go there. I'm just trying to see how to get it. I wanted to give you, okay guys, you can see that link, okay? So if you type it, so it will bring you exactly to the group. It will include you into the group. Here it is. Okay, and let's see if we have any questions there. Oh, okay, so there is a link. Good, there is a link to join the group. Can I provide the group chat? I would like to be added too. Okay, group chat. Well, you're not supposed to. I mean, really, you have a chat for extra group, but the chat for April 20 group is just their chat. It's a different one. So we might have another chat where people communicate no matter where they are, but so far that specific one is just for one group. Okay, so extra, can you add me to the group? Guys, if you are in extra group, you cannot be added to April 20 group. You are in extra group, you will get all the invitations to all these sessions. Okay, do we need to write bug reports for Tolle? You will write bug reports for Tolle, definitely. But don't ask me here. You will watch the video. Where will this video be recorded? Well, what do I mean? That video, the one we are recording right now, will show up right here. Session 1 introduction right here. It will be right here. Within maybe a couple of hours. Okay? So guys, thank you very much. Let me finish this session and I'll be working on the recording. Thank you.